kuwa mkono ambao unalima ardhi, mlango wa mkulima kuwa mshindi, kuwa na uhakika sasa, kuulea mustakabali wa baadaye. Tufanye kazi pamoja na tukue pamoja, kuimarisha Kenya ni jukumu la FarmGuide.
Hi there, my name is Peter Akaba and this is Farm Kenya. Now today the show is out and about in Kiambu County. We are in Kimende area of Lari sub-county to meet one young farmer who's proving that disability is certainly not inability. Join us as we take a look. Let's start by you telling us where we are, what this is, and what this area is called, and start by telling us your name.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I would like to welcome you in this farm. We are in Kiambu County, Lari sub-county, Kimende town, in Kamau Rabbit Farm. This is where we are now. Yes.
Okay, so we can see a very nice development here, rabbits up. Talk to us about why rabbits, what is your interest, and where did you start?
Okay, just as you are saying, it is a developed farm because we have been in operation for some times, more than 10 years. But when we were beginning, it was not like the way you can see it. We started in a small scale,
Yes.
but currently we are doing large scale. Yeah.
Okay, so how did your business start? How many rabbits did you have? Was it one? Where did you get it? Talk to us about the genesis of this operation.
Okay, when I was starting this project, that is the time that I lost my sight, and it was 2013, and I started with only 3 rabbits.
Yes.
Those were 2 females and 1 male. Yes.
Okay, so where did you get them? Did you have a specific idea in mind, and where did the idea come from?
Okay, the thing that made me to start this project, first of all, me, I like being an independent person.
Yes.
And the moment I lost my sight, I just call myself in a self-meeting. I just wonder which kind of business that I can do,
Yes.
so that I'm able to stand on my own. I can able to provide the basic need for myself. So I just do a research
Yes.
concerning the rabbits and the poultry. And at first, poultry was the thing that was running in my mind. But after doing the calculation, the comparison, I found myself falling into rabbit production. Yes.
How many rabbits do you have now? You told us you started with 3 rabbits.
Yes.
So from then to now, how many do you have?
Currently, after starting with those 3, now I have a total of like 300 rabbits, which are countable.
Yes.
Because in rabbit production, we don't count the rabbits that are in nest. Yes, I shall take you through.
Yes.
You shall see the rabbits that are in nest. So those ones we don't count. But the countable ones, at the moment, I have 3. But the carrying capacity of my farm is 500.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
So we want to understand, you said you did the calculation and so that would be the most profitable.
Yes.
So there are lots of people at home who are thinking about what business they can do that is profitable. So I want us to take them through why rabbits and why you decided that it's profitable. And then from the point of having the 3 rabbits, we know that you have various products.
Yes.
So that these 3 rabbits will multiply. There is the urine and other things.
Yes.
Talk to us about now the business model that you have that keeps this going.
Okay. When I say the comparison between the rabbits and, for example, the poultry, I have said the production cost of rabbit is very low compared to any kind of animal. Simply because a mature rabbit
Yes.
in 24 hours is supposed to consume 100 grams of pellets. In comparison
Yes.
to poultry, that is cuckoo and other birds.
Yes.
So one rabbit can consume only 100 grams in 24 hours.
Yes.
And in addition, you add a hay.
Yes.
hay. That is the composition of feeding
Yes.
and clean water.
So you give them the commercial pellets.
Commercial pellets,
And
because
then
I'm doing it
yes.
commercial way.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so I have to look for a way of bringing them up very fast and very cheap way. Yes.
And then you supplement using locally available materials, which is now the hay that you're saying.
We usually give them only hay and pellets. The pellets comprises of everything that these rabbits may require to grow for healthy growth and fast growth. So when you say that you are going to in a local way, you give them greens.
Yes.
It will be very hectic. Just imagine for me, I have like 300 rabbits. 300 rabbits. How will you be able to feed them? It is very hectic
Yes.
and time consuming.
You said that it's hectic to feed them on the locally available grains.
Yes.
So the business can afford to buy the pellets and still turn a profit.
Yes. The rabbit production, it is a business or a project
Yes.
that can stand on its own and go ahead and support in other businesses. Like in my case,
Yes.
I have told you I have this project.
Yes.
Out of this, I have been able to go to school and
Yes.
I have done already a diploma in education out of this project. Apart from that, I have also started turkey farming out of this.
Yes.
So the way these rabbits are able to stand on their own, they have various markets concerning with different breeds, different breeds and different products. Because in rabbit production, I usually say
Yes.
rabbit is profitable 100% because nothing goes into waste, including the waste, including meat, breeders,
Yes.
and also I'm a rabbit trainer. Yes.
Okay, so let's then go through those individual business lines,
Yes.
because a lot of people want to put money in their pocket,
Yes.
but they don't know how.
Okay.
Let's start first with the husbandry. When you get
breeds.
a rabbit, you have to understand the breeds.
Yes.
Because different breeds are good for different things. How do you make that decision?
Okay. First of all, before you venture in this business, you must have gone under training.
Yes.
I usually train people, groups and individual. The reason for training,
Yes.
because you want to venture in this business, how will you be able to pocket something, as you are saying?
Yes.
Because not everybody can start something na pocket kitu. Sawa?
Yes.
So when we are training, we train people on how to select the best breed for meat production, because
Yes.
that is the main market that we are having.
Yes.
The other thing, the more you have the best breeds, the more clients will come to your farm. Like my farm, it is well known as a breeding farm. Many people usually come to this farm buying breeds to go and start or add stock into your farms because of this breed. This breed, I got them from a European farm in Murhai. Ilikuwa imeletwa na mzungu.
Yes.
And I have added some from other countries like South Africa. Yes.
Okay. So then let's talk about the lifespan, because for example, if you buy a cow and your business is dairy, from the day you acquire your ndama to the day it produces milk might be 1 year, 1.5. Rabbits have a much shorter span. So from the start of the point where you got your 3 rabbits, when can you say that these things are starting to be productive, they are breeding, you can send them to the market for meat and that sort of thing? Talk to us about that chain of events.
Okay.
Yes.
When I say this is a very easy and manageable project, this is simply because I have told you I started with 3.
Yes.
Out of these 3, a rabbit, the gestation period for a rabbit is 28 to 32 days. So in one delivery
Yes.
of one rabbit, it can give birth a minimum of 7 kids up to 13.
That is in 1 month.
One rabbit.
Yes.
So now imagine you have 2, like I had at the beginning. They give birth like 10. Those are 20. Sindio?
Yes.
Out of 20, you for example, upate only 5 males out of 20.
Yes.
You are left with 15 females. You sell these young males
Yes.
to another farm. You are left with 15 females, young females,
Yes.
plus the 2 females. Those are 17.
Yes.
After like 1 month or like 5 months
Yes.
later, these 15
Yes.
will be able to they have attained
They're
the
now
age of
reproductive age.
breeding.
Yes.
Now you see, you have 15, which
Plus
are
two.
plus 2,
Yes.
which are 17.
Yes.
At the age of 5 months,
Yes.
hawa watakuwa wako ready kusaviwa, si ndio?
Yes.
Ukiwa na 17, kila mmoja kupatie 10. Utakapata watoto wangapi?
170.
170.
Yes.
So now you see how the business is easy. Yes.
At what point do you start to of taking them for meat? If you say that
Taking them for?
for selling them now to the market for meat.
Okay, for meat. For meat, first of all, we consider the growth rate. That's why I'm telling you, if you have good breeds,
Yes.
at the age of 4 months and a half, you are ready to go. Because we usually don't wait until wakue wakubwa.
Yes.
The moment they attain 2.5 kgs,
Yes.
they are ready to slaughter. Yes.
So then let's talk about the market
Yes.
for meat, because we're focusing on the individual aspects of the business. If you think about sasa imefika hiyo 2.5 kgs, who are the main off-takers? Where will you take these?
Okay,
rabbits?
to my case or to the general public?
Like now for you, because we're using
To
you
my
as an
case.
example. Yes.
To my case, I usually get market from individual clients like you. For example, you have visited my farm today.
Yes.
You maybe hizi rabbits zimekuvutia.
Yes.
Out of that, you admire to have some meat, si ndio? Unaniambia nikuchinjie.
Yes.
So that is how market first comes. Those are individual clients.
Yes.
There are those people, the brokers. The brokers usually order meat. They get order. They approach us as farmers. They tuna agree. Anakwambia nataka 50 kgs. You slaughter to them.
Yes.
Unaona? Simewauzia. That is market. On side of meat.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the average price per kilo that you will be able to sell?
Average per kg.
Yes.
That one, it depends with the individual.
Yes.
My farm may be different from your farm, simply because my connection may not be your connection. Therefore, but the minimum kg from producer to the consumer,
Yes.
it should be 700
Per kilo.
per kilo.
Yes.
But if broker comes in, it should be like 450 to 500.
Those are very commendable numbers, and this is something you can keep churning because the rabbits are multiplying and regularly. So you're saying that with the sort of capacity you have, you can keep sustaining the production of taking of how many rabbits every 4 to 5 months? Yes, now for the meat market. Per cycle, if we say that...
For example, for the market that I have,
Yes.
The way I operate, like I have somebody that I usually supply 10 rabbits every month. That is, I'm comfortable with it.
Yes.
I don't go anywhere looking for rabbits to satisfy my demand. But because I have been in this field, many clients usually come asking for my products. Therefore, the way I work under network. The people who have bought rabbits from me,
Yes.
in case I have a larger market,
Yes.
I usually call them, they bring here, we work together. That is how I operate.
Okay.
Yes.
And I want us to elaborate about marketing later.
Marketing.
Let's talk about the other business side. You said nothing goes to waste. So we've talked about the meat.
Yes.
What are the other aspects of this that are also a business?
Okay. The other thing is the breed. In my farm, we
Yes.
deal rabbits as a source of meat.
Yes.
That is one we have dealt with.
Yes.
We also sell breeders. Yes.
So breeders in this case are rabbits that will go and reproduce somewhere else.
Yeah, these are rabbits that are going to be used as breeders in other farms.
I know that a lot of people will want to start. So ideally, if a person is starting this as a business, what is the ideal number to start with? How many breeders do I buy?
That one, what I can say concerning that question is that the number of breeders for one to buy,
Yes.
first of all, depend with your intention.
Yes.
Do you like to be large scale like me? Therefore, your number of breeders you are going to buy automatically are going to be more. The other thing, the capital that you have also determines the breeders that you are going to start with. Okay?
Yes.
The other thing, there are those institutions that usually approaches. Therefore, you see the number also matters. An individual may buy few compared to institutions.
Institution.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, fine. That is a good explanation. Let's move on now to the urine. I've seen that there are gutters that are actually collecting the
Yes.
waste. Why is that the case? What is this used for?
Urine is used as a pesticide, a foliar.
Yes.
Naturally, the urine is a foliar.
Fertilizer.
It is a foliar fertilizer,
Yes.
which is not contaminated in any way because we usually get it direct from the rabbits. Like my cages, these are called self-cleaning cages.
Yes.
The way they are built, the urine, the moment the rabbit urinate,
Yes.
the urine is collected to the
The gutter.
gutters.
Yes.
Yeah, then we filter it, we package. The farmers usually buy it for crop production.
Yes.
That usually helps in pest control, green coloring matter of the plants,
Yes.
and also it increases the productivity of the plants.
Yes.
In this way, when you use the urine in any plants in the right proportion, it usually increases the flowering. When the flowering increases, automatically the outcomes will increase.
The productivity.
Yes.
So what's the average price for a liter of urine?
A liter goes for 100 shillings. It is not expensive.
Yes.
But the good thing with urine, when you buy urine, it is an all-round raw material, whereby when you use it to plants, you will not hautanunua kama for example ulikuwa unanunua ukaenda uka control pest
Yes.
you will not buy another chemical
yes.
to go and use for other purpose. It is all around raw
Yes.
material.
Yeah. So then for a unit of like this with all these rabbits, how many liters of urine are you expecting in a month?
So in my farm, in every 24 hours, we usually collect 20 liters.
Oh, okay.
20 liters.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is quite a lot. Let's talk about the cages themselves. You've called them self-cleaning. So is there a specialist who builds them for farmers, who builds them for you? How did you set about creating these structures that we can see are professionally done and are quite clean and they maintain good control?
Thank you. So these cages,
Yes.
I'm the designer. I usually work there. I usually build them.
Yes.
I usually build them this way. As you can see, I don't see.
Yes.
So maybe you can ask me, how do you manage to
Yes,
build?
how do you manage to do the design work and then the
So,
construction?
first of all, I reared these animals. I have passion in animals.
Yes.
Not only these ones. Yani, mimi mwenye niko tu na ile passion ya animals. So, I have done enough research concerning these rabbits.
Yes.
Na the way cages are supposed to be. So mwenyewe mimi nakujanga na ukinipatia contract,
Yes.
nakuja we agree with you,
Yes.
unanipatia quotation, unanielezea because you may want to rear rabbits but you don't have that knowledge, the right way to build the cages, okay?
Yes.
So you just unanielezea kile unataka, then I help you to build the cages.
Okay, so you're also doing consulting work for other farmers
Yeah, I usually
who
build
would want
others.
to either start off with the training and then the construction itself.
Yes, when you decide to work with us, we usually guide you from the beginning up to the end. That is the building, the training, building of the cages, and marketing. Yes.
You talked about the network, and that's what I wanted to talk about. How important is the network of the people that you work with in ensuring the business is a success in terms of either offtake of the product or ensuring that your breeds are working well and that sort of thing? How important is it to work with professionals and to be able to work with other people in this space?
Okay. Working with others,
Yes.
I will tell you, one head is better than one. One head is better, two heads is better than two. When you work with others,
Yes.
first of all you learn from no one, anakuna mwenye anajuanga everything. So first of all you get to learn from one another.
Yes.
The other thing, when you work with under network, you are able to meet your demand. Hakuna siku kwenye client atakupigia simu umwambie una. The other thing, I work under network because
Yes.
I have a market in Tanzania and East African countries. I usually supply these rabbits. Therefore, you may find sometimes the market gap is very wide. Therefore, I may not able to sustain the market alone.
Yes.
Therefore, I call upon those who are working around me, and they usually help me to meet the demand
Yes.
and to maintain that market. Because one challenge of every business
Yes.
is inconsistency.
Yes.
Today you are able to supply, but tomorrow you are not able. Yeah.
So to maintain your market, you have to work with others.
Yes.
What does it take to be able to export these products across East Africa and beyond?
Okay. First of all, you must be having appealing product. a product that meets the international demand. Yeah, because I personally usually market my products online.
Yes.
Therefore, that is where I get clients. They ask me, I'm in Zambia, will you be able to deliver these animals? Yes. I'm in Tanzania, will you be able? Yes. The other thing, I work under trust.
Let's talk about, because you've talked a lot about the breeds and productivity. And for a lot of people, that is where the major challenge might be in terms of achieving the sorts of production quality that you're talking about, the production levels. Talk to us about the breeds that you've mentioned here. We can see they're different colors, they're different sizes. Some of them are very large. For people who are aspiring to get into this space, what breeds should they consider? Yes.
For a farmer to get the quality breeds, you may have the better breeds, but due to your production, the way you have breed them, it will lower your quality or increase your quality. Because especially in my farm, you can see so many cages. These cages helps me to avoid inbreeding. You can see we have almost the same ages, but in different cages. We usually try to avoid inbreeding. When you take rabbit from our farm, we usually give you instruction on how you are going to feed it, to keep it, until you attain the best quality. And one thing I usually tell people, try to avoid inbreeding. When I'm selling rabbits I'm selling to you, I usually try to avoid the way I'm going to sell to you, then you go and inbreed. Yes, because the moment you inbreed rabbits, automatically, first of all, the immunity lowers. The other thing, the structure, the body structure goes down. That is, it becomes to be dwarf. In rabbits, we have 3 levels. We have giant, we have standard, and we have dwarf. Like in my farm, all of them are giant.
Let's talk about productivity, because we will stop at some point so that we can now go to the second part where we delve right into the details. We can see the different colors of different rabbits here. So talk to us about the particular breeds and what they are called, and why you chose those ones. Yes.
Just as you are saying, in my farm I have so many rabbits, as you can see, concerning the colors. The rabbits, we usually categorize them according to the colors, according to the features. Yes, we have the New Zealand. New Zealand is the most white rabbit with pink or reddish eyes. That is New Zealand. It is known as the good mothering rabbit, and it usually have, in its delivery, it usually delivers so many kids. The other breed, we have the California. The California, it is almost like New Zealand, but it have spots in the ears, nose, and
on the paws.
Then at the tails. At the tail.
Yeah.
Then we have chinchilla. Chinchilla, it is grayish in color. Then we have the Havana. The totally black rabbit. We have the earloops. Yeah, that one is the rabbit that always ears yake imelala chini. If ukiangalia huku utaziona zinakaa tu masikio yake imelala.
And then we have some that are brownish cream. Some which are brownish creamish in color.
Brownish like goldish. Yeah, this one are called the palmino. Palmino inakuanga mostly inaekangwa, it is like New Zealand. Na inapendangwa na many farmers because of that appealing. Like I can ask you, there are so many rabbits umeona, kwa nini umeenda kwa hii? Because of that color, it is eye-catching color.
It looks like a lion.
Then we have the checkered giant, we have the Dutch. There are so many. We have the Angora. Angora looks like the Chihuahua dog. It has very long hairs. That is kept for ornamental purpose.
So the final question for this segment of the show. Do the different breeds do well in different areas? There, for example, I'm from a drier place like Laikipia or Mombasa or Kiambu. Will some breeds do well in some areas than others?
So these rabbits, generally rabbits, they don't do well according to the environment or nini, yote tu it can fit in with any climatic condition, depending, yani wetu ndio unafaa kujua, like in our place it is very cold place,
Yes.
That's why unaona the whole nyumba yote iko covered, because
structure.
we usually atutakangi rabbit tuki-expose kwa extreme cold, like or extreme wind blowing, it will start forming illness ambayo tunaita snuffles. Snuffles ni kama kukohoa. Then kama wewe uko arid areas and semi-arid, you are supposed to build your cages ikiwa haiko covered, so that there is throughout ventilation and kuna hewa inapita ndani.
Okay. Yeah, so Kamau, that's quite very informative. A lot of good information for our young farmers out there. So we want to go to a short commercial break. But when we come back, I want us to delve deep into some of the things that you've talked about to give people real insights and real information that they can use to get into this business. We'll be back in just 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Kuwa mkono ambao unalima ardhi, mlango wa mkulima, kuwa mshindi, kuwa na uhakika sasa, kulea mustakabali wa baadaye. Tufanye kazi pamoja na tukue pamoja, kuimarisha Kenya.